Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Area Cup stuff is interesting, but everything's just so... Everything's still so up in the air right now. I don't know where it's gonna end up. Third kit prediction videos? I mean, I already made them. So, the predictions haven't changed. You can still go take a look at those and, like, follow up. Dynamo still feels crazy. Dynamo's good, but I'm pretty confident now that it's not crazy. Like, I feel like if it was really good, we'd see something in this Area Cup. But there was, like, nothing from Dynamo at all. Like, not even a little. Yeah. I mean, this wrist stuff is, like, one of the reasons I had to stop competing. Like, it wasn't the main reason by a lot, otherwise I feel really terrible about it, but it did play a factor of, like, I had some days where it felt really awful, and it's like, I got really worried about that. I just don't want to risk damage in that area. Risks are just very important for, like, your entire life, obviously. So it's like, even if it's nothing serious, the strain is still consistent enough to where I'm like, yeah, I need to... Like, I clearly at least have carpal tunnel. What's your thoughts on Bulb's Tri-Stringer? I don't like it, and I like it. What's it? I love the kit conceptually. It's super fun, and it's cool, and I like how it plays, and I wish it was the best kit because it'd be, like, one of the most hype anchors ever conceived. For what Bo does right now, I hate it because it takes away from what makes it good too much. I need Bo being active, constantly outputting pressure and painting, and Jet takes it away, and then Dart takes that away because I have to recover my ink tank because I'm going for Dart combos. So it's like, the kit is awesome, and I love that they put it in the game, but competitively, I don't think it should be picked. Maybe it's different on, like, non-zones, but on zones only, I can't think of a single map where I'd want that one over the Chump one. Yeah, I mean, I do a lot more with my wrist besides gaming. I mean, video editing is a big one. I do, like, online college work and stuff as well, so... Yeah, I mean... It's, Yeah. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here. You guys can just watch this. I'll watch this game. Let me be right back. Bro, I've been fucking yapping for the past, like, 3 minutes muted. That's awesome. Wellstring, please check the Area Cup video. I already talked about it, but add Dynamo to the list. Yes, wrist stretches are important, and I'm doing them right now while I'm talking. I haven't been doing them as much. My bad. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been back since, like, the middle of the Wahoo game. And just talking. Yeah, I don't know. And I've been saying, I talked about meta history stuff real quick, because I got asked, like, something about that, I think. Splatoon 2 meta history is live up to episode 7 is on the channel. Episode 9 will be finished tomorrow. Episode 8 enters production next week. Or this week, actually. Because it's kind of already Sunday for some people. It enters production this week. And then episodes 10 through 16 still have to be made, which is 7 more episodes. And I was saying, it's both good and bad because I don't have a lot of videos to script right now on S3, as I've, you know, talked about everything update related, and the meta hasn't settled enough to do like a tier list or talk about that further, right? So it's nice to have videos I can give people to work on, so I don't have to worry about like rushing out scripts I'm not happy with. But also, man, it's a lot of Splatoon 2 meta history episodes. So like right now, I don't know how I feel about it, but I think like, when all 16 episodes are done, and then we compile it into, like, a 2 to 3 hour movie, it'll be like, oh, holy shit. Wow. We did a good job, guys. That's insane. Like, when it's all done and organized, it'll be like, wow, that's awesome. That's, like, such a... Like, it will dwarf the first one in scale. Like, the first S2 meta history is, like... I think it's, like, 50 minutes. The compiled VOD with S1 and S2 is, like, 1 hour 10. And then S2 on its own is going to be like 3 hours. So, like, we covered much more stuff in much better detail than last time. So, yeah. A lot of people still like the old style of those videos, which is fine. I mean, they're always going to be up there, and the compilation will be up there. But I'm very happy to up the quality. Will I do S1? I don't know. S1 will still be like 2 episodes, just like it was last time. Like, I don't even think I could add a 3rd episode if I wanted to. So, yeah. Technically, I could have made S2 15 episodes. Episode 16 is kind of just my overall thoughts. Like, it doesn't cover any new material. It is, like, basically a lesson episode. It's like, what have we learned from 5 years and 2 months of Splatoon 2? What's the positives and negatives? What's the story? You know, it's trying to tie everything together. Now, S3 meta history is already, like, an hour. And that's, like, pre-10.0, so we gotta cover, like, aura and hitboxes and 3rd kits, so... Right now, I think S3 meta history has a solid 2 new episodes, so it's probably up to 8 episodes. That said, I don't think it's going to match S2's length. S2 will definitely be longer. But I think S3 will be, like, probably 9 episodes would be my bet. 9 or 10 episodes long when this game is done. Hard to predict that right now. My tonal consistency. I mean, I'm a little tone deaf, so that's a bit funny. But that might be part of it. If I'm not, like, focused on my tone, it can sound monotone. If that makes sense. Not a lot happened. I mean, yeah. Like, the changes are just very spread out. It's like we've entered an era and we've been stuck in it. And it's mainly been, like, the midline stuff. But, like, crab meta lasted, like, 9 months. And then we had, like, Zuka meta for, like, another 6. And then we had, like, 2 slightly different midline eras that you could kind of combine. That's, like, a year and a half. And now we're on whatever the fuck is this. It could be midline meta 3. It could be paint spam. It could be something. Right? So it's like... When I think of Zuka meta, I get chills. I think Zuka meta was definitely the worst one. Yeah. The Zuka meta was definitely my least favorite. Squeezer was like its most overtuned state, and you were either dealing with that or you're dealing with shot. Just getting a ton of them. I mean, Jetpack meta kind of just overlaps with Zuka and Crab meta. Like, it's relevant, but Jetpack was never the center of that, if that makes sense. Like, Jet was either part of the Crab meta as it was dying off, or part of the very early, like, Zuka meta. There's, like, a tiny era in which there's no Zuka, but it's, like, a month. It's not, like, yeah. I wouldn't consider Jetpack, like, its own era because of that, you know? Like, it's still notable, but, you know. Yeah, we're going over our replays, Kronos. If this is the same Kronos. I'm assuming this is. Okay, yes, I see your POV. Yes, you are. We'll make that a little more. Jetpack meta side plot. Do you want 30 more 3rd kits, or do you think things are healthy? I think every weapon should get a 3rd kit. It would be very poetic for Splatoon 3 to finally be the game in which every weapon gets their 3rd kit. That would make a lot of sense, you know? It's just very fitting. And like in 1 or 2 updates it would be able to happen. So I hope. But we'll see. I'm very curious what the next patch is going to do, because it is like a rapid response to this, so I'm hoping we see some good stuff. I know some people aren't fond of the rapid nerf, but the rapid nerf is like a little reassuring to me, because I think if they're looking at anchors like rapid, I think they're going to look at pen, I think they're going to be willing to look at Heavy's paint. Maybe even bow points for special, so like a good portion of anchors aren't, like, over-tuned, but they are, like, they're not healthy playstyle-wise. So, I think fixing some of that is good. Like, Rapid Pro did shoot too much for what it did. Like, it did. That was a problem. Genuinely. You think blasters are overtuned? No. No, I don't. We haven't seen too much from blasters since the change. The bigger radius size seems, like, concerning, but I feel like all the extra pain and mobility is making it harder for them to hit shots overall. It's a little easier to be mobile. I still don't know if they all needed the radius increase that they did. Like, Clash just looks stupid now. But, like, range and rapid got, like, a little bit of life into them, like small rapid. V-Blaster is, like, mostly... I do not think V-Blast needed the 2-frame buff. I'll say that. And then, like, I don't know, S-Blast is fine, because, like, obviously got an AoE nerf larger. Yeah, Heavy Rapid would be very annoying without the nerf. Like, it's actually kind of good that they toned that back ahead of time, because, like, those two combined would be very irritating. But there's just, I don't know, too many of the backlines have, like, too much uptime. Or too much special spam. Like, Heavy and Bow both kind of have that problem. They're not necessarily overtuned. I mean, Heavy might be. But, like, the way they play is just not interesting. Heavy getting, like, 12 waves is stupid. And Bow just shooting forever is also stupid. I don't think you can do as much about Bow shooting forever. Same for Heavy. But, like, at least tone down their special output. I kind of prefer the blaster radius sizes being closer together. Made it more uniform. But I mean, hitboxes in general are just less uniform. You can't like go, oh yeah, these have the same radius. Nah, everything's like, eh, they're all a little different. I don't think Heavy needed a paint buff, it just needed changes to the counters. I mean, I don't think there's like any big change you could have done. I don't mind that Heavy paint's better. I just don't think it needed to paint 23% better total. I think the number was just like... More paint I'm okay with. It allows Heavy to have interesting comp building. 23% was too large a number. It should have been like only one of the paint buffs, not both of them. Just like one 12% buff would have been fine. That or like, give both these buffs and make it like 220 waves. But realistically, I think Heavy paint's too much. I don't know, it feels like 52's paint buff. Where they like toned it back a little bit afterward and it kind of made a bit more sense. I'm kind of hoping Heavy gets the same treatment. Like, take like 10% off that, please. I can't believe that hitbox blind spotted the sword there. I mean, BP long range mode should not be a painter. No, 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 no. We saw what happened in S2. That was bad. Ballpoints just hung back and shot forever. We already have enough of those right now. We just talked about that. Ballpoint long range needs to be better at combat. Dowser's spread is fine. Dowser's needs to fucking paint. Dowser's needs to change Heavy God. It needs to shoot the ground. It just doesn't paint well enough. Long range deviation of ballpoint nerf still makes me mad. I mean, it's not that much, but yeah, it's like just... It's a slap on the wrist to a weapon that's already dead in the grave. It's like, okay. This is just not necessary. They're already down. Yo, Aribo, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're just talking about the meta a little bit. Or, I guess we're talking about the balance of the game more broadly, because there isn't really a clear meta right now. We're kind of just talking about things that need to change. Or my thoughts on it. But yeah. I don't know. If I had to sum up my concern of this patch in one phrase, it's like, fighting weapons all now seem much harder, and paint spam seems much easier. Even if fighting stuff is still strong, I don't like how much easier it is to just shoot the ground and not interact with the opponent. I'm a little concerned about that long term. I do not think that will be healthy or fun. I think they need to tone back paint and special output in the next patch. Pronto. I don't mind that the fighting stuff is harder. Like, the hitbox changes and stuff are fine. But the paint stuff did not need to also happen to this quantity. There's too many things that just get too much pain in specials right now. I need to see that tone back. What I'm hearing is buff Hydra. I mean, Hydra... Yeah, it's fine. I think the L3 changes. Yeah, I mean, L3 is like... The L3 change to the paint nerf is good. Like, the weapon's fucked, because it didn't get buffed properly, but the nerf still needed to happen. Like, L3 without that change would be part of the problem that we're fucking talking about for the past 20 minutes. So, like, I'm glad it happened first, because, like, great, we don't have to deal with that again, and we already did in S2. But it's like, the bad part is, really, that's all we're gonna do? 1 frame faster shot velocity for max range, that's it? No, like, strafe speed or range increase or anything? Faster, like, fire rate? Nothing. Fire rate is what I think L3 should get, by the way, right now. I think L3 has, like, it's like 8 frames between bursts. I think it should be, like, 6. Like, I think that would be a good way to play into it. Because, like, otherwise the weapon's only been good with damage up. If you want it to fight, I think it needs to just shoot faster. Like, I think it needs to be easier to hit 2 bolts. Because hitting 2 bolts takes, like, what? I think it's, like, 40 frames? It's, like, some ridiculous amount of time. Alright, we're through all the replays. What about H3? H3 needs to, like, not have as high ink efficiency first. I would start with ink efficiency. Maybe also a little bit faster, like, to squid form. Not fire rate, but, like, the time it takes to, like, burst and go into ink should be faster, rather than, like, a strict fire rate buff. Give H3 46 damage. I'm gonna lose my mind. That's a lot of money. We can do one more roll, and then we're going to bed. Alright. Purple. Dang it. Oh, we're never getting this title, guys. We're never gonna get it. Alright, that's it.